Hey, folks, man, I think the biggest lesson that I've learned in the past week is that I need to take more vacations. Um, we have let me get centered up here in our screen. So, folks, man, you couldn't make up what happened last week if you tried. So we have a lot to talk about today. I had an absolute blast down in the Keys. Uh, Obviously, Matthew's last hurrah before he heads up to Norwich to play hockey. We had a great time renting a boat. It was awesome being in my old stomping grounds. I flew adversaries out of Key West for a while, and then when I flew for the reserves, I was down there every other month for 2 weeks flying adversary role. So love Key West. It was my first tactical squadron. So went to all my old stomping grounds and had an absolute blast. But more importantly, whether it's going to Aspen or going to the Keys, I need to take more time off because things that I predict are going to happen when I leave the bridge, so to speak. Just got off a call earlier with Amy. So I guess last month, folks, the last time I talked about, or I think it was 2 months ago, she said that I talked about the lifetime memberships. I had a senior moment. Technically, our lifetime memberships are supposed to be $17.5 right now. I thought I said that, but I'm not going to go search because I believe people. I'll grandfather anybody who's listening to this and not on a recording, unless you're listening to this recording later today, for 15, which was last year's rate. So these have gone up, as many of you know, $2,500 a year per year since we've done this, and it was supposed to be $17.5 this year. Senior moment, and I'm allowed to say that since I had turned 50. Yeah, I can say senior moment. So based on how we've been doing, folks, Amazon. I mean, God Almighty, our Amazon positions. I calculated driving back to the Keys the other day. We're up nearly $70,000 based on the model portfolio risk and the return. We've been crushing it on Amazon for the past rolling 6 months. There's 70 grand right there. I would invest in your lifetime membership because going forward, after it is going to be $17.5, and we're going to do $2,500 every time since then. So give us a call. And at 754-300-1084, Susie will give you the deep details. Direct family members are immediate family members, mom, dad, or kids. It's not your first cousin. It's not your best friend. Maybe it can be to your life partner. We'll take a look at that, but you guys know what I mean. It's transferable to, like, if I were here and I'm retired and I want my son to learn how to trade options, or my daughter or something like that. That's what I'm talking about here. So it's to immediate family members. Does that make sense? So son-in-laws, no, but how about your daughter? How about we say it like that? Wink, wink. So JW, I'll definitely take a look at that, JW. So give Susie a call, and we'll wink and say it's to your daughter. But that's close enough. What I'm getting, if your son-in-law is going to learn how to trade and help provide for your daughter and her family in retirement, then that's a yes. So JW, give Susie a call. Rob, I'm 72 and I need a senior discount, or a senior moment. Yeah. So, Alan, that's why I don't walk across the street, man. Actually, I have a couple buddies who are up and coming in the pipeline here, and hedge funds have the same thing. So the minimum is for 3 years. So if God forbid something drastic happened next to me, if it's within that 3 years, then you get refunded the difference. But hey, man, if I can survive 44 combat missions over Iraq, nearly 400, 500 landings aboard the ship, I think I'm pretty good. And I just got my annual physical, and I'm in the portrait of health. So I plan on doing this, guys, until literally my last breath. This isn't my job, so to speak. This is what I do. Whether it was flying fighter jets or doing this, this ain't work. This is awesome. So, no, Doyle, that's what we're talking about. This is it. If you paid 15 today, Doyle, you never have to pay another penny to TGO, unless you wanted to do some coaching or the coaching is separate. But no, Doyle, this is your annual membership, so that's why it's a thanks, Edmund. This is why this is a great deal. I mean, the folks that paid 10 grand a couple years ago are printing money. I mean, their lifetime membership is almost paid for. So Doyle, it is. So that's essentially what this is you have no annual fees after this. Okay, so Doyle, JW, Amy, give us a call at 754-300-1084, because like I said, they are. I screwed up last month in my verbology, so you guys can cash in $2,500 on my screw up. That's a lot of 1942 bottles you owe me for my screw up. So we will honor this. We won't do this until next year. And I guarantee you, folks, this, the people that are have the 10K, the 12K, and you guys, if you get in now for the 15K next year, you're going to be laughing at the people who are paying 17.5. Okay. So Susie's standing by. So Doyle, JW, Amy, you guys, and you bet. That's Harry, like number 8. We have a lot of Harrys here. Harry, absolutely. Yes, and your daughter does count. That's awesome. You want to teach her. So it looks like we got 4 or 5 people that are interested, and that's pretty cool. The reason I'm getting this out of the way now, guys, is because we have a full throttle launch that kicks off tonight, and we're looking to get a new group of folks in here. And I'm going to keep the lifetime memberships to us, probably, maybe, most likely to the end of the year, so I can do the whole 17.5 thing. So please keep the 15K rate between us. So Doyle, some others I've seen say lifetime membership and then you have to pay an annual fee to maintain it. Yours is the real thing. What the all right, Doyle, now I might be doing something wrong. Maybe that's why everybody who gets their annual membership looks at me and goes, wow, this is a great deal. Doing the math, folks, it is a great deal. So Doyle, that cracks me up. So you pay for a lifetime membership and then they charge you something every year? Holy shit. That is insane. HH, currently there's, anecdotally, we have north of 30-ish. I think the last time I think we have like 32 HH. So, Kevin, seriously? All right, guys. Well, thanks for the heads up. Now you definitely got to grab your lifetime membership because so Kevin's saying the same thing. Lifetime membership annual fee? That freaking cracks me up. Thanks for the help, guys. Annual fee. So you can thank Kevin and you can thank, so guys, if you don't get your lifetime membership right now, you can thank Doyle and Kevin for it going up in price. There's another Kevin. Not this Kevin. Larry, that's bullshit. I agree that's bullshit, man, but if that's what other businesses are doing is charging you, how's that work? That doesn't make sense. Oh, a maintenance fee. Thanks, Jack. What a bullshit. Larry, that is bullshit. But I ain't a charity. I love that. What the hell's a maintenance fee? All right, thanks. Well, you can thank Doyle and Kevin. And Kevin's like, not this Kevin. Awesome. JW, we do have a link for it, but the price is the price is wrong on the page. It's actually the next year's Top Gun option. And then we got to get airborne here, guys. But there's a lot of people interested in this. So yeah, HH, I think we have. So I just got a Skype on my phone from Susie. It is we have 37 lifetime members right now. But this is it. So, but guys, it's easier just to call because yes, I think this one actually says. Because we don't do credit cards for it. Yeah, this one's actually when I had my techie build this last fall, it was we were going even higher than that. So obviously this price is wrong. It will be right one day, but this is wrong. But if you want some of the details of this, it's on this page. So here's the website, guys. Doyle, wish you had not mentioned my name. I might get shot by other members. I doubt it, man. I didn't use your last name. I'm aware of one that charges an annual fee, but it's nominal. Okay, Obi. Yeah. Awesome. So JW, there's the website if you're interested in more. But and like I said, we do not allow credit. You cannot use your credit card for this. That's a lesson learned on my end and from Brand X. No credit cards for this. So if you're that cheap about your air miles, you're probably in the wrong business. All right, guys, we gotta get going. Hey, do me a favor, since we are starting full throttle tonight. You guys obviously don't have to attend. It's up to you. Do me a favor, and this week, because I like doing the live testimonials, man. Do me a favor and if you can calculate before tomorrow's PLTB how you're doing Amazon. I know our Gregs and our Kevins and a lot of our lifetime members are absolutely printing money on their Amazon. But let me know how your Jan 19 and Jan 20s are doing, and your initial investment and the date. Not only for Amazon, but give me your personal top winning TGO position, okay? Because you guys all came in the door either just blind, who the hell's this guy, or you had a good wingman bring you in, like a Fish, a Brian, or a Steve, or any of those guys. So do me a favor and let me know how you're doing with Amazon, and then pick whatever your best TGO position is, because I like sharing these live with people because you guys really do a better job than me. So and I'd appreciate the help. Whiz, can we please apply prorated credit of current annual Full Throttle membership? Arthur, give Susie a call, Arthur, and we'll talk about that. It depends. 754-300-1084. Somebody just asked for the number. Arthur, definitely give us a call, and we'll hook you up, Arthur. Okay. Rick, Whiz, I think you should stick with no annual fee, maintenance fee, other fee, etc. I'll hopefully do the lifetime membership before the year runs out. Okay, Rick, I just never have heard of that. I mean, I'm like you guys. If I bought an annual membership, why the F are you charging me? And I most likely won't. I've never heard of something like that. You guys know me. It ain't necessarily. Well, I'm not a charity. It ain't necessarily all about the cash, but what a jerk move. So most likely we're not going to do that. Okay. So Doyle, nice job. And then Arthur, give Susie a call today, and we'll look at hooking you up. All right, guys, enough. We got to get airborne and do some weekly options, which we're not going to do. We're going to do a week and a half option. I ran out of. You guys will appreciate this since you've been here for a while. I've ran out of tabs. Rick, another senior moment. Forget those annual fees. These aren't the droids you're looking for. That's funny as shit, man. That's awesome. Larry, I followed some gurus that were constantly trying to bleed their members. I'm not following them any longer. Exactly, Larry. The folks who, 2 or 3 years ago, got their $10,000 their $10,000 membership, I haven't paid a nickel since. Only a couple people that have done coaching. So, I've never. That's as annoying to me as it is to you. So don't worry about that, guys. I'm kidding. But all right, guys, let's get airborne. We have a lot to cover. I literally ran out of tabs up here. I had to wean down all the Facebook and Twitter, Netflix, Tesla hate, and even Google. Kevin, can you hang on to that one for tomorrow? Can you copy and paste that one? Or actually, let me. Let me just at least grab it now, just in case I forget or you forget. But Larry, as I said before, you have your collective shit together. Thank you, Larry. And I know that's a compliment. Let me save this one. But guys, this is I've never before. Well, the last time I've had problems like weaning down something we've been right about. It was the election, and was also the first implosion of Facebook. I got a lot of tickets in support, my private coaching clients, even some of my lifetime members who have my phone number. I mean, I appreciate all the kind words and the and everything. I knew it, and you know what's funny is I appreciate all the kind words and the comments and the holy shit, man, you and Jeffrey. And remember this, guys, I'm going to do a half a victory lap. I don't do this that often, but Jeffrey Gunlock, whether it was predicting Trump's win or to short Facebook, when did he do it? I did it in October and November. He did it like 4 months after me. Same thing with Goldman. Actually, Goldman Sachs was another call. What's his name? Oh shit, another senior moment. It flew right out of my head. No, it wasn't Leon Cooperman. Whoever else said short the shit out of Goldman Sachs, blah, blah, blah. Loing blank me, he's got to be fired. I said that 2 months before that dude. I also beat Jeffrey Gundlach by about 2 to 3 months with predicting Trump was going to win and the market was going to rally. So thank you, Graham. Graham from Down Under said, hey, Whiz, Jeffrey's following you. I appreciate that. And that's kind of what I feel great about. I went back onto my YouTube channel. I'm not that guy, but I remember 3-4 months ago, again, when this happened, here we are in Aspen trying to, me not take a look at my phone. Holy shit, Facebook privacy and this and that. Right around here, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Facebook prints money. You're stupid. You should have seen, and you guys know how polite Twitter is and stock twit, and I haven't heard shit for a peep out of any one of those people. No apology, no you were right, no nothing. I knew I was going to be right. When you have a strategic mindset and commit criteria, if your strategic mindset changes as the wind blows, you're a coward or you don't know what you're doing. So it would have been easier for me to say, you know what, let me just smoke the hopium. I never did in here. I said the chickens, and everybody used my words back or in the emails to support, the chickens are coming home to roost. So it's thanks guys. I appreciate that. So, and no, not too much victory laps other than to say I really wanted to just cover that, the strategic mindset. And Jeffrey Gundlach, provided a lot more color than I did. Meaning, I also said this before his interview. He said, "What? I told you folks. I said I used to work in the government. When Uncle Sammy says we're going to come in and look at your business, 99.9% of the time it means a shitload of trouble, and 0.1% of the time it means they're going to leave and say, hey, everything looks great. I don't care if it's a Coast Guard inspection. They're going to look at some 1920 rule that says you're supposed to have a whistle attached to your life vest, and you don't, and here's your ticket. So it is thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. So I laughed. I had a great weekend looking at some of these headlines with the Wall Street stunned. Who was, you were stunned? You were stunned that the guy, and here's, I'm starting to see all these calls. Did you guys see this? And there's a shareholder lawsuit that was filed today. Mark Zuckerberg has breached his fiduciary responsibility. What did I tell you back here, ladies and gentlemen? I said, any man, woman, CEO that says, I don't care about profitability. I just want to do good. What did I do, folks? I turned into Gordon Gekko and said, go F yourself, Mark Zuckerberg. You want to do good, take your company private. Your job is to make money for me as a shareholder, period. That was back here. So, folks, what I'm getting at, let me just kind of give you a little bit of a rant here about the FANGs. I told you the only way this stock survives is if he resigns. He is done. If this dude does not leave as a result of this absolute abortion of earnings, then it's really screwed. Don't give me your WhatsApp or your Instagram bullshit right now. You're going to be wrong. It's just it's been hedge funds lose nearly $6 billion on their favorite holding. I can't stand this. Makes me hate CNBC even more. What did they do? They had Jeffrey Gundlach on, I'd short Facebook, and then a quadrillion dudes and ladies on their channel going, what? He's wrong. Yeah, he got Trump right, but no. Not anybody see their parade of Facebook haters lately? Nope. People got wiped out on this call. And then what happened the day of earnings, folks? Analysts start to downgrade the stock. Bob, I haven't even gotten to that yet. Does everybody know? What did I tell you 2 months ago? What did I tell you 2 months ago about Facebook? Nearly $4 billion in inside heavy shares were being sold. I warned you that this piece of shit was dumping his shares. That's exactly. You do remember me saying that. So guess what? Uncle Sam doesn't take well to insider trading. So, and they don't take too well to Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook and Zuck sued by shocked shareholders as the truth emerges. We weren't shocked, and we knew the truth the whole effing time. Apple, I told you 2 years ago. What did I tell you 2 years ago? They deliberately slowed down their iPhones. When did this story break? About 8 months ago. 2 years ago, I told you they deliberately I follow all the booger eater Apple blogs, folks, or I used to. So I don't trade the stock anymore too much. Absolutely nailed Apple doing this bullshit, folks. I'm just having a blast. Here's the one I really, really love to hate. This is really getting to my hate column. Twitter. Jack Dorsey makes Zuckerberg look like a conservative. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is a piece of shit liberal. He shadow bans conservative voices. Devin Nunes, Congressman Nunes, is suing Twitter for being shadow banned. I haven't even gotten to Tesla yet, guys, but Twitter is I predicted this as well with Twitter, guys. Oh, that's right. Somebody just told me. What? You can't make this up. All right, everybody, let's laugh together. What did Facebook do around the 4th of July? Let's see who's going to get the first gold star of the day as we take a little bit of a laugh lap. What did Facebook do? Does anybody remember what I told you Facebook did around the 4th of July? Bueller. Carrie can't tell me. They banned, you ready for this, guys? They banned the Declaration of Independence as hate speech. It lasted for like hours until some media, and then they freaked the hell out and unfornicated it. They banned the Declaration of Independence as hate speech. Twitter, folks, I've been shadow banned. If you follow the wrong people on Twitter, they shadow ban you. If you're a conservative on Twitter, your posts do not get heard. I warned you, ladies and gentlemen, that alienating at a minimum 50% of your customer base is stupid. And finally, I don't even have time to talk about Tesla. I got to get ready for Full Throttle Week and got a lot of presentations to do. But what about this piece of shit stock? Starbucks. This one's gonna implode as well. This is a slow climb. Look at half the gap on Starbucks. It's taken a month for Starbucks to fill the gap. I wouldn't even call this a fill the gap. This was a lifetime ago. This is another limousine liberal stock that deserves everything bad that's happening to it. Right here, Schultz came back and turned his once good business into the world's largest restroom and needle exchange. Right? Well, that was around here. And then only liberals and liberal business leaders say, hey, we lost $12 million in an afternoon because we closed all our stores. They lost more than that, but that was their number. But it's an investment. What? And then 2 weeks later, we're closing about 1,000 stores because you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Starbucks. So enough of my victory lap. This alone, guys, should get you into a lifetime membership. I can count on one hand the number of financial professionals in the world. I'm not talking in the United States, in the world that predicted Trump would not only win, the market would rally, and then that these FANGs would implode. I haven't even talked about Apple earnings. I think they're going to suck. At the end of the day, folks, I go against you know what? I don't even go against the grain. I just give you what the hell I'm thinking. So the lifetime memberships, guys, I'd get it now because I'm only going to get better with age, baby. So yeah, exactly, Graham. So I posted that on the Facebook, the TGO Facebook page. So Graham brings up a great point. What happened last week in California? So last week, the GDP has a blistering 4 print, right? What else happened so much stuff happened last week, guys, that was phenomenal. what happened in California? So as the president, all right, and he brokered a deal with the EU. Did you see, what's his name? Juncker? Wasn't a Juncker a German or a Luftwaffe airplane in World War II? A Juncker? So he makes nice with the EU. We're not going to necessarily have a trade war with the EU. I got to read all my bullet points here. This is awesome. So while all this is going on, what happens? There it is. You ready? Look at this, folks. Here's last week. Trump strikes a trade deal with the EU, called Twitter out on shadow banning, brought back soldiers' remains from North Korea, and had a 4.1% GDP blowout. What did the Democrats do last week? They banned straws in California. That's what's going on the other side of the aisle, folks. You can't make this up. So if you really want to make a liberal's head turn 90 degrees to the right and have them get vertigo, here's what you ask them. So if an illegal alien uses a straw in San Francisco, what happens? Think about that one for a couple minutes, guys. If an illegal alien uses a straw in San Francisco, because oh yeah, and they decriminalized. If you have HIV and knowingly have unprotected sex with somebody else, it used to be a felony in California. So they decriminalized assault with a deadly weapon and criminalized straws. That's how stupid this country is, or at least half of it. All right, I got to stop ranting here. It's awful. Guys, and I'm going to cover more of this stuff tomorrow on the PLTB. I want to get into a trade here in a little bit. We still got China out there. Iran, guys, this is reminding me of Ronald Reagan. Does everybody remember when we reflagged Kuwaiti tankers? Okay. Kuwaiti tankers back in the day. They were getting attacked by Iranians and they were threatening our oil supply. What did Ronald Reagan do? He said, all those tankers are now American. Go ahead and shoot at them now, jerkwads. So Iran is really starting to poke around this Arabian Gulf, and it ain't going to be good. Okay? Larry, you're holding back too much. Let us know how you think. Like I said, I had an absolute blast this weekend. Good time with it, and it's really refreshing to take a breather for a couple days and have your cats come home to. I know some of you guys were like, Whiz, where's the sit rep and everything like that. Sometimes, guys, you just you go quiet, professional, and I swear to God, man, I was going to get on that YouTube and look at some of the videos where people are like, you're an idiot calling Facebook, and he's great, and you're an idiot, and just, stop, you're making too much sense. Did anybody see China's trade surplus numbers? The dude's winning. I don't care if you love or hate him, man. The dude's winning. So the trade war is still going on, guys. But here's what I want to talk about, because we're actually going to have a trade on volatility when I calm down here. Like I said, I'm having a blast. I'm looking forward to full throttle this week and getting some new blood in here so they can chuckle with us. Look at this, man. What's going on? Over the weekend, the president said, you know what? I have no problem shutting down the government if the Democrats don't fund the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, so the fall. So we know that in November, the Iranian sanctions kick back in. We know in November there's going to be an election, and we know on September, or was it the fiscal year for the government is October 1st? What did I say for the past month or so? I'm like, folks, November is going to be an absolute shit show. We have got to start looking at volatility, man, and hedging, because this is going to be awesome. It's going to be a mess in about a month, man. In about a month, we really need to start gearing up for absolutely craziness. Speaking of volatility, we're going to talk in a couple minutes. Look at this. This headline is, back in the day, it used to get me angry. Now I meditate, and I'm centered, and I don't have to. These rants have toned down a little bit. But look at this. Wait. Where's my LA Times article? You ready for this, guys? This is the LA Times. Piece of shit rag. If Trump thinks he can get more than 3% economic growth, he's dreaming. Friday. What did we have? He was dreaming if he thought 3.1. Well, I guess he was on LSD because we got 4.1%. Suck on that, Michael Hiltigzik from the LA Times. So here's CNBC in a nutshell. First of all, that jerkwad John, everybody knows John Harwood on CNBC, right? I don't know what. Well, I do know why the guy still has a job. It's CNBC. Does everybody remember in the campaign after WikiLeaks leaked all those emails? He was like Donna Brazile at CNN. He was, what's that, Larry, whatever her scumbag campaign manager was, Hillary Clinton's. John Harwood sent him a bunch of back and forth emails about the CNN debate and this, and he was in the tank for their campaign and Hillary, but John Harwood still is a quote reporter on CNN who slams Donald Trump. Anyway, Podesta, thank you. So guys, you ready for this? He's got blowout numbers. Here's what freaking CNBC's headline is. Why the economy not likely to repeat that blowout? Jesus Christ almighty, folks. Donald Trump could announce today he's the Antichrist, and these people would complain that it's not hot enough in hell. You can't make that headline up, folks. Instead of economy doing great, hitting on all cylinders. Holy crap. This is Eeyore, right? Hey, you won the lottery. Well, I got to pay taxes. Shut up. Why the economy not likely to repeat that? Now, I'm going to say this headline as well. Exactly, Doyle. It's not going to repeat it. Next time, it'll be 5%. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to be very, very careful when you are do not. First of all, a lot of you guys get your financial news here, which is great. Don't stop. Tune those idiots out. Let me do that. And I'll. You know what we called it in the squadron? It was called the shit screen. The executive officer in the squadron, he was the shit screen, meaning he screened out all the shit that got to the skipper. So I'll do that for you guys because it's comical to see the GDP print. It's comical to see the limousine liberals, and just I'm shocked that Facebook is full of roaches. How many times did either Jeffrey Gunlock or I say, "Hey man, if there's one roach, he's got a family, guys." So it's comical. Okay. Had to talk about the lifetime membership, so we're going to go a little long today, guys. My apologies, but look at this run, and where do we think we're going? Okay, so a little bit of it's almost this is what we did on bank earnings last time, and then the market shrugged and rolled over, and right in the middle was your whole Facebook and crap there as well. Look at what we did this earnings period. There's your JP Morgan. Yay, JP Morgan. Good stuff still with JP Morgan. So there's your financial earnings, and here's your FANG crap. And it ain't FANG anymore. It's almost this. And we'll find out if it might just be G. And folks, I can't stand G. G got hit with a $5 billion fine from Europe. Let me use my John Paul Jones naval quote. I have not yet begun to fight. It's over with for the FANGs, guys. Do I think they're going out of business? No. But when you look at this shit, tell you, what's Twitter doing right now? Like I said, I've been having so much fun this weekend. It's down another 7%. There's bearish double vertical candidate number one. There ain't no bottom here, guys. Don't be any of these. Well, I think it's going to I would pound. Maybe I did this morning for somebody I know who's a really good looking guy, very funny, likes to rant a lot. Pound this thing into the dirt. Twitter needs to be pounded. Half its user base is being shadow banned, and they are censoring speech. Devin Nunes is suing them, which means they're going to get deposed. You guys already know Donald Trump's account got shut down for 15 minutes last year because of I don't want to assume it's gender, but why don't you do a Google search for the thing that shut his account down for 15 minutes. It's over with for Twitter. It is over with for Facebook. This little, there's a bottom here. There is no bottom in Facebook. Anybody want to step in here and buy? I love this headline, folks. Three analysts downgrade Facebook. What are you, retarded? Wow. Give you the Medal of Wall Street for downgrading Facebook on a day when it absolutely obliterates to the downside its earnings. pound that one into the dirt. And we get Apple tonight. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. They could blow it away. Apple is a serial under promise and over deliver, right? I haven't heard a peep. And that ain't good. 2 months ago, I briefed you that they warned, hey, we're shipping 20% less iPhones. I'm like, dude, that's your business. Years ago, oh, shut up, Whiz. The Apple Watch is going to take the world by storm. You're retarded. Okay, well then, Apple TV. You're more retarded. I haven't heard anything about Apple earnings, man. And that ain't necessarily good. They could blow out to the upside. I'm not going to care. At the end of the day, Tim Cook's a limousine liberal, wouldn't unlock an iPhone. He uses child slave labor in China. And oh, by the way, on every Apple device that goes into China, they put on government monitoring devices. It's a piece of shit as well. I love it. I'm having a blast. The FANG stocks suck. Tesla, not even going to get into because we got to get into a trade here. Yeah, there's your. And speaking of Tesla, did anybody hold that trade all week last week, or did everybody get out? So, awesome. CP, Whiz, the Apple Watch is selling though nicely. I've checked this out. CP, I can count on one hand the number of people I've seen with an Apple Watch, and it's Jim Cramer on CNBC. I've not seen one human being with an Apple Watch. I seen one. I saw one in a store window that was like 15 grand. I just don't. CP, I appreciate it, but if you think the Apple Watch is going to be their bread and butter, it was released when? A year ago? You don't, what are they going to do? Re-release it this year and say it's even new and improved? I haven't heard a word about it, but CP, I appreciate the intel. Okay, guys, what I want to talk about is, well, Michelle, that should tell you something. So Michelle's saying if you lived in California, you would see them all over. Well, in CP, I didn't even know that the Apple Watch is up to Gen 3. Guys, I live in Boca Raton. I live in Fort Lauderdale. I go out in Miami. I've seen one Apple Watch, and I'm a watch guy, folks. You guys know I have a Breitling. I got my Breitlings from the fleet, and I'm not going to get into an Apple Watch discussion. I'm telling you, if you're an Apple defender and your Apple defense is the watch, God bless you. Go long the stock and sell the kids, the wife, and the home and get into it. I think that's an absolute waste of money. You know what? Actually, two people. Forgive me. Where was I? I was giving a speech somewhere where a lady had one on, but you need your phone to do like the basic things. Like it ain't Dick Tracy, whatever. I'm not going to get into it, guys. So, Whiz, when you're out and having wine, you're not looking at the watches. CP, you are exactly wrong. That's the exact opposite of what I do. Since I've had 3 Breitlings stolen in my life, when I'm out having wine, I am looking at everybody's watches, because if I see the people who stole mine, I'm going to throat punch them. Because 2 of the Breitlings, each Breitling that was stolen is mine. It's got an F-18 at 3 o'clock, and it's got my initials on the back. 2 of them were stolen out of my house here in Boca. So CP, I'm a watch guy, man. I look at them. All right, enough on this. Guys, volatility. So let's take a look at this. This is and again, thanks for the compliments and support and holy shit and everything like that. Last week, what did I say? I said something is going to happen in the next couple weeks to freak the market the hell out. I said I would get some VIX calls. I do a VXX bull put spread. How many of you people listen to me? How many of you people either did this or this and are laughing all the way to the bank right now? Dano, Kevin did both. Bob did both. Dennis did both. Arthur, me, Doyle, awesome. Dano, okay, awesome. VXX closed today up 80%. Good job, John. So, folks, I gave you the example last week of the guy that owned Peak 6. He said, Whiz, whenever you hear me say these words, this is nuts, I want you to stop staring at the window and mentally flying your Hornet in the good old days and listen to me. I gave you a this is nuts moment last week. I said, this is absolutely nuts, and I think we're going to roll over here. And we can even draw it right on the chart. I said, if you think, so we did our Golden Arches rally. I said, if you think we're going to do that, you're smoking crack. I said, we are most likely going to do that. I said, we might not have this Fred Sanford break the 50-day, but get some volatility on. We covered it, double vertical. We did the whole 9 yards, man. Awesome. Good. I am extremely proud of everybody in the chat box who did this. Now, you ready? So the VIX is up 7%. What did I say last week, guys? I actually said this when we had an 99 print, or how much? What was the bottom of the VIX that one day? There was an 11 in front of the decimal point, guys. That's when I said, that's it. Load the boat. So what am I? 1190. Thank you, Arthur. So what am I going to take a look at doing right now? I think we got more room to run. I think Apple shits the bed tonight. If it doesn't, yay, this helps this trade even more I'm about to cover. But where are we as far as hold on a second, guys. I'm getting my slides ready for tonight, but we are halfway. Where is it? It was a good graphic with where we are with earnings. Hold on a second. Because it gives me a good, damn it. Let me find this. Where are we going through earnings? It's got, well, essentially we're about 75% of the way through earnings is where we are, is what I was going to show you with a chart. There it is. Jesus. So here we are. Here's our current status. This is what we have left to go. It's over with, guys. We're more or less done. The pain was done last week. Now these really don't matter, to be honest with you. We'll talk about Raytheon some other time this week and ExxonMobil and some other stuff. But the point being is the market's done with earnings. We're going to start looking forward to what? Oil and Iran and all that stuff. The elections. We've already moved on. I mean, we're already looking for the next GDP print and the jobs report on Friday. Okay, so more or less, folks, it's the market's done caring about these earnings. Like I just said, I don't think this is the Fred Sanford coming back. I'm clutching my chest to the 50-day. Could happen, but here's what I'm getting at them, and this is a really long commit criterion strategic mindset. You ready? So, let's go ahead and bring this up. We are going to do a bearish spread on volatility. Ooh, hold on, Whiz. You just scared the shit out of me, man. No, I hopefully didn't. I just said I don't think we're heading back down to the 50-day. I think we're in this gradual kind of wallowing around today, what's going on moment. I think it is time for a bear call spread on VXX. Okay, so bull put spread that I covered last week looks like a lot of you close. Actually, that was in academic training. Remember, so some of you guys did put it on. Judy, not talking FXI right now. We can maybe talk FXI tomorrow. I got to stick with volatility, and we're already 13 minutes past, and I got to move, man. So let's get bearish, or you can throw it in the ready room if I have time today. I'll take a look at it. I got to redo my slides for Full Throttle with everything going on with Facebook and the FANGs and everything like that. So I've been trying to jump through my rear end to get these slides together. So let's do I'm going to look at I'm not going to go out to Friday because I want to give the market time to go lower and volatility to go higher. Okay, Whiz, well, then why would you do this today? I wouldn't necessarily do this. Les Moonves. I love that CBS shit. Another limousine liberal. They're all imploding. All right, let me just take the 34, 35 and a half, I think. Oh, I'm 30. Sorry, 34. Half 75 contracts. This is what I was looking. The AUG 10. Actually, I might do dollar wide. Wait, 150. So this technically isn't a quote weekly options trade. Wait, that's too easy, man. Mike, I said that. I said we got jobs, a non-farm payroll on Friday. But if anything, the non-farm payroll with the GDP print, I think it's a print to the upside, and the market likes it. So Yeah, we have a Fed announcement on Wednesday. It's not going to be an interest rate increase at all. There's look at that was Friday, but it's probably lower. Friday, the Fed funds futures rate was pricing in like a 10% probability of a rate increase, I think. So, there you go, Mike. Okay. JW, wouldn't a bull put spread on VXX work? Let me finish this trade and tell you why no, it wouldn't work, because we already have one on. Didn't you? You should have gotten the one that we talked about last week, JW. So remember, with volatility, folks, you trade the exact opposite of what's going on. Okay? So JW, what do we say here at Top Gun Options? When vol was cheap last week, I said what? Do a bull put spread right at 30, folks. Right? Now volatility is starting to get expensive. What do, JW? You do a bear call spread. So you should be out of cycle with VXX. Right now, as people are starting to panic and the VIX is going up and everything like that, what I'm telling you, JW, is I don't think we're going full freak mode. So, JW, yep, good. Then you close that one out. So now it's time to get bearish on volatility. Okay? Arthur, being bearish on volatility means I expect the market to steady out or maybe recover a little bit here and go up. That doesn't even have to go up, folks. Remember, volatility, folks, is uncertainty. What happened last week that really, really, really made us sit up and take notice? Right here, folks. Does anybody remember what happened? This was a huge, and I remember calling this a massive Obama teachable moment. The market was what? Up. And the VIX was up. Does everybody remember me saying this? Market up, VIX up, something is up. What was the something that was up? The market was smart last week and did what? Hedge funds, institutions, people like me, some of you did what? Hey man, this is a hold your nose rally. I called it this, guys. Remember, I called this a hold your nose rally. Right here, folks, I said, so people are saying, all right, I'll bid this market higher, but I'm going over here to the VIX department and I'm going to quietly get long volatility. So people saw a storm a-coming, like me. People saw a storm a-coming and already got their VIX on. So yes, we could still go up a little bit more if something completely shocking happens. But what I'm saying, guys, is now it's actually time to maybe get bearish on volatility. And Kirk, I already said no for Friday and explained why I'm going out to next Friday. So this is the trade, guys, and it's already moving a penny on me. So let me take a look at it. I'm going to look to sell 150 of next Friday's 33 and a half calls. Okay, this is a more conservative trade. I mean, if you wanted to go down, I actually don't mind this one, to be honest with you. Let me show you the more aggressive both trade. Well, and Harry, guys, listen to me. You can be both, and Harry's being a good Harry number 8, or actually you're Harry number like 2. Folks, you can be bipolar with volatility, right? And so can I. You can think it's going to go up, and you can think it's going to go down, and have how many times? If you're relatively new to Top Gun Options, you've never heard me use this phrase before. You can have dueling volatility trades. What the hell does that mean, Whiz? That means, Whiz, I think vol still has a little bit more to run. But, okay, great, then you're bullish. But I think you're right. By next Friday, a week, 2 weeks from now, a week and a half from now, the market's probably going to have, found its legs and we resume higher. So, folks, don't be confused if I have at one time multiple volatility trades on. That's one of these moments. Duh. I don't know what the hell it's going to do, but I guarantee it. I just warned you that if Apple comes out tonight and goes, holy crap, we're as bad as the other FANGs, the market's going to roll over more and volatility is going to spike. However, that ain't by next Friday, folks. How many of you remember if you were here trading with me around the election when Trump won? Holy shit, we had a bullish double vertical going into the election, and then I said, you know what? The dude's going to win. This whole week, people might be freaked the hell out. People remember that we're all going to be in internment camps. So I went out a week and a half and did a bearish double vertical because I knew eventually in a week and a half, people are going to settle the hell down. I was wrong, guys. Why was I wrong? Because it didn't take a full week to settle down. By that Friday, actually, volatility was already imploding. And that was the election, folks. So don't give me this Apple earnings might really screw everything up. Does that make sense? So let's do this one. I'm going to look to sell 150 of next Friday's 33 calls. That's me saying, and that's look at the 50-day, the 50-day moving average on VXX. It's 32.5. It's also more or less been, when's the last time we saw 32.5? When we kind of peaked out at 32.5-ish here. So that's another reason I'm using 32.5. Okay. So what if you're wrong, Whiz? Apple reports zero. They didn't earn a penny. The market implodes and VIX goes, well, I'm fine, guys. First of all, I'm going to buy these upside calls as a hedge in case volatility goes through the roof. But and I will say this, and I said this a couple times recently. Listen to me if you're somewhere else in the Bahamas right now mentally. During the life of this trade, between me saying the life of this trade to next Friday, this trade could be showing a loss, meaning, man, earnings, even though there's not that much left, they suck and the market really freaked out. All I care about is by next Friday, the VXX being under 33. And remember, with the daily rebalancing of this ETF, along with some backwardation and contango involved in futures, VXX goes down anyway over time, right? We all know that, right? If you haven't traded VXX, take a damn, let's look at a 2-year chart of VXX. Holy shite, yeah, it goes down anyway. Okay, so this is called a bear call spread. It's also a credit spread since we're taking in a credit of 13 cents to do this trade. So let me grab a screenshot of this so I can blast it out to you guys. Yes, absolutely. Amy, VXX. Susie is working support right now. Give her a call when you're done with the thing, though. Lifetime member, or looks like we got a couple people who want to lock in their lifetime stuff. So, yeah, just as soon as we get done here in a couple minutes, give her a call. And I will allow a son-in-law as a family member since taking great care of your daughter, I assume. All right, here are the metrics of this trade, folks. Max potential loss in this trade is $5,500. If everything literally goes to hell in a handbasket by next Friday and volatility goes through the roof, the most I can lose on this trade is $5,500. That is based on 150 contracts. Don't want to lose $5,500? Don't do 150 contracts. Want to risk 10 grand? Do 300 contracts. Want to risk $5.50? Do a contract. Paper trade. Do what you do on your side of the computer is your own business in your bunny slippers. So, the max potential profit. Now that we look at this and go, you know what, man, that would suck, but at least I know my risk. Now we can look up at Mr. and Mrs. Happy and go, all right, I'm risking $5,500 to potentially make $2,000. Okay, that's a good risk to reward ratio. So we make money 3 ways in this trade. Volatility the VXX can stay elevated for a little bit until next Friday. It can go down, or it even can go up a little bit, right? VXX can even go up as long as it stays below what? Our break even, which is just underneath the 50-day moving average. It all makes sense, don't it? It all coming together. Okay, so let me blast out this as a text alert. Everybody should have, in the PLTB, should have gotten a text alert telling you to close the XLE bull put spread from a couple weeks ago. XLE is getting a little bit of a pop today, so what? So might as well sell the damn spread that's profitable, right, in that iron condor. And as I put in the text, I'm holding on to the current bear call spread. It's the 77.5 out the next Friday. So trade still got time to come back in. Okay, weekly options. Weekly options new. VXX bear call spread. Now I don't want to jinx us. Let me knock on some wood, but the the 3 or 4 times in the past couple months we've traded VXX in our weekly options portfolio, we've had max profit. I think 1 out of, what was it, 5. 1 losing and I think 4 winners. And the loser was if your broker screwed you and made you get out of it like 2 hours before. We had that long discussion about giving them a call and saying, don't touch my shit. Get out of my cockpit. I'm the pilot in command. Well, no, we want to help you and put it on autopilot. Don't touch my shit or I'm going to trade somewhere else. That's exactly what you have to say. 150 contracts. That's why there's a closing bell. I remember when we were building Options House, because when we built Options House, I wanted to build it for dudes like me, retail traders who kind of know what they're doing. And I remember getting into a fight with our chief risk officer. I'm like, hey, man, they're the pilot in command of their portfolio. Why are you flying in their airplane? So, yeah, you bet, Bill. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely understand. All right, let me stop talking. Blast this out. Sell the 33 calls. I would buy 33 and a half calls. And Bill, trust me, between us ladies, I prefer your annual membership. Plus or minus, I'd stick a penny wide, man. Yeah, about a penny wide. Weekly options, new VXX, air call spread, 10 contracts, August 10 expiry. I mean, don't get me wrong, and that's why the prices go up, guys, is because when I did the math initially a couple of years ago at 10 grand, I ain't good at the sales shit, but even at 70, that's why the guy who built the page, he's my techie and marketing guy. It was 20 grand. We were going to roll it out at 20 grand 3 years ago. Based on the math, it's worth about 20. I'll leave it at that. But that's the story. But why there's 20 on the page is because when when the smarter folks did the math, it actually is worth about 20 grand. Potentially adjust the spread if it goes up to about 23 cents and maybe eject around what's that, 26. All right. So let's blast that out. I know the pipes are working because I got my XLE text before I started this. Everybody good with their XLE? Any questions on that? Arthur, I know that. Said that a bunch of times that Apple earnings are tomorrow. So, exactly, Kev. Canadian peso. Is there such a thing? All right, let's send this out to our SMS problem children. Weekly options new. There you go. It's already in there from a month ago when we did this. Same type of thing. It was a Monday. Oh my God, cats and dogs living together. We're all going to die. No, we're not. Get short volatility. Okay. Got it down under. That was quick, Graham. Look at that shit, man. Graham's down there in Aussie, and he already got this. Sweet. Brad's sitting at 4 cents with that spread. You got it, man. That XLE spread is looking good. All right, guys. Man, I went an hour. Sorry about that. But I wanted to, since, like I said, I was talking to a current member earlier, and she's like, she was right. I was wrong. She's like, hey, you said on this date 15. I'm like, all right, well, if I said that to everybody, then everybody gets it. So everybody's listening to my voice on a replay up until my birthday is cleared for the 15. After that, no more grandfathering. The grandfathering days are over with. So give us a call. I'm going to jump off right here if you have any questions about the lifetime stuff. Tonight we're going to do I'm going to kick off full throttle. If you can hook a brother up, post this on your social media, man. If all your friends and your family at the cocktail parties, if you're standing there regaling them with your, I told you Facebook was going to implode, or Amazon, or they want to know the secrets to how you're so smart. Well, maybe this won't. Maybe now you're not going to post this on your social media. No, I'm kidding. You guys are good wingmen. Help your family and friends out. Throw this on your social media, and you can have them join us tonight and for the rest of the week if they want to come and see where you do all your magic. And it should be fun. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. What a great, like I said, great time down in the Keys, and with the kids here. Let me show you. Let me be a proud dad. It was awesome. We rented a boat, got to go out and do some snorkeling out at Sand Key Light. I took Matthew and Jack actually aboard the. If you're ever down in Key West, go to board the. They have a U.S. Coast. It's one of the. There's only 2 floating United States Navy or Coast Guard ships that have submarine kills. So it's we went aboard the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Ingham. Really, really cool. My son Matthew, he's got anybody read Arabic? So that's Matthew's T-shirt right there. So if you can read Arabic, you know what that's you know what that says. But so we did that exactly. So I told Matthew, I'm like, if anybody has a problem with that shirt, I'm sure you can deal with them, or I can. That's Jack manning the 50 caliber right there, and up on the bridge. Oh, that was me with a Bloody Mary and a monster burrito. My God, that thing was phenomenal. And then, like I said, we got to rent a boat. We went out snorkeling at Sand Key, and it was a great time. All the while, my cell phone's blowing up with texts about Facebook imploding and all that stuff. So it was awesome. It was a good time. So all right, guys. Apple earnings. Now, let me see if we got any stuff going on here. Fish. I'm not a big key lime pie guy. I got I did go to my squadron hangout, man. It was it's called El Cibone. If you want to know the only place to eat in Key West, this is a locals hangout. This skirt steak is phenomenal. Onions, garlic, so there you go. That was our and then this was my first fleet squadron, the 45th Fleet Adversary down there in Key West. That was my first fleet squadron. So it was a great time. Really great time. So and then I had to take a picture of the whistle bar where my drunk squadron mate fell all the way down these stairs, and I thought he was dead at the bottom. These stairs are a hell of a lot longer than they appear. It's almost like The Exorcist. I swear to God, I thought my buddy died falling down these stairs, and the first thought that came into my mind wasn't about his health. It was, hey, that's awesome. I can take his hop tomorrow and go flying. But he popped up since he was drunk, and he felt no pain. So anyway, so I think the lesson learned here, folks, is that I need to take more vacations, because when I take vacations, things I predict happen. So it was awesome. But anyway, guys, make sure you give us a call so we can close you out and grandfather you in for the lifetime membership, because we're not going to I'm done using the word grandfather unless I become one. And that would be very, very interesting if, in fact, that happens. So, all right, guys. You bet. Absolutely. And yeah, you're welcome to come tonight, guys, obviously. And that would be great. And for the rest of the week, like I said, if you can, write down this stuff or at least get your numbers together, guys. So if you'll allow me to share your testimonials with potential new squadron members, that'd be great. I know people are printing money and having a great time. And that's why I wanted to remind you to invest in the lifetime membership before no more senior moments. I actually have this shit written down, and Susie's going to keep me right down the fairway with this stuff. So final call at 15K, and then this time next year, don't give me the, hey man, I joined last year, can I get to 15? The answer is no, because like I said, if you look at the page that I gave to JW when we did the math, when we put that page up, they did the math and made it 20K. I'm like, wow, that sounds like a lot. They're like, that's what it's worth. I'm like, nah, make it 10. And guess what? It's going to be up at 20K eventually. So I'm not changing the web page, because eventually it's going to be right. So, okay. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. If you want to stop by tonight, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I'll see many of you tomorrow for the primary live trade brief. Okay. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless, guys. And thanks. It's good to be back. Miss you guys. We'll see you.